Alright, so in this game, instead of choosing a type, we have mini edit mode. You can choose your missile, you can choose your double, and you can choose your laser. Tail missile seems like the best. So I played this game for the first time yesterday. I was hanging out with a buddy. Excuse me. We played it on the Nintendo Switch Online Game Boy Online service, which has the non-color version of the game. And then later when I got home, I was setting up to stream it, so I played a credit and I did a blind no miss because it's not a very hard game. Okay, but there's one problem. I forgot that you don't press A to select a weapon. You move up and down. So you move down the tail, then you press right. Now you can select your double. I didn't use double at all when I cleared the game yesterday. Twin gun is pretty good, but it's kind of the same as laser. I think it's maybe good for recovery. So I guess I'll take that. And I used twin laser yesterday. Ripple is weird because it doesn't expand. It's just a wide shot. Or a thick shot, if you will. I think I'll use Ripple just because it's weird. Just so you don't have to take my word for it. You can see what it does. And then once you've made your selections, you can press A. So the game begins with a cutscene. Prefer laser. Yeah. Versus double. Well, for this game, I definitely thought laser, well, at least twin laser was better than twin double. But in some of the games, like in Rebirth, double is generally better. In Gradius 5, double is better. Just varies. So the color palette here is kind of ugly, but it's easily readable. The green background doesn't look good. So the stages have sort of a more Nemesis-like feel to them. Not in the sense of this game being Nemesis 2 in Japan, but in the sense of it being reminding me of the MSX games. Let's go ahead and get Ripple. So this is what Ripple is in this game. It doesn't expand. Just a ring shot. You like the brown. It looks orange to me. Shoot, option. You do have non-normalized diagonals here, because it's a Game Boy game, and Game Boy couldn't do math. too busy playing games. If you want normalized diagonals, you have to buy a math boy. But yeah, the whole, like, ruins setting with these buildings and statues and stuff just kind of reminds me of something that would be in Nemesis. Nemesis. Okay, also apparently the Ripple hitbox is a lot smaller than it appears to be. Based on the collision with those turrets. Alright, so that was stage 1. Stage 1 doesn't have a boss. This game is unusual structurally. It's not your mom and dad's Gradius, or your older brother's, if you had one. Everyone has a mom and dad, but not everyone has an older brother, so it's not inclusive necessarily to say it's your older brother's Gradius. This level I would not have expected to be purple. I would have expected the terrain, which looks like vine growth, to be green, but I guess they're like alien vines. Your shield works like the NES shield. Even though it shows up in front of your ship, it protects you from all sides, and the shield orbs themselves don't have collision. They just take damage, and you take a hit. Yeah, so this is an unusual boss. He has multiple phases, and looks more like Dodceratops from R-Type. And yeah, I guess you could say that we were shooting the core, but at the same time, it didn't have any barriers protecting it, so it didn't really feel like a core. It was just kind of exposed, like a weak point. Oh yeah, and at the end of stage 2, they take away all your power-ups. This resets your power level. That's pretty strange. This cutscene where Big Viper is whisked away into the inside of a giant big core, which then warps through dimensions or something. I don't know what happened, but it's definitely pretty crazy. It's like stage 3 of Duke Nukem 3D when Duke gets thrown in jail and they take away all your weapons. It was probably meant as a reference to that, even though this game came out way before Duke Nukem 3D. So this is the prison escape level. All the stages except for stage 1 have a boss, so don't get your hopes down. And this stage, after it took away all your power-ups at the beginning of the beginning of the stage, they just give you a ton of these like glass domes or whatever these are. Get everything back again. Basically just get a ton of capsules dumped on you. don't get too disheartened when you get put in prison and they take all your weapons away. There are more waiting just outside for you. Also, keen eyes will notice that Big Viper's color palette is different in this stage. It's slightly brighter and more attractive blue color. More of a cyan, if you will. I didn't get his shield, I came up one short. So this boss sucks you towards him. But only when the gear on the back is spinning. Sort of like a reverse fan. It's a pretty cool fight. Easy if you're powered up all the way. You still have to dodge some stuff. The other thing that is like the NES game is you only can get 2 options. Which is pretty understandable. They even did this cool transparency effect on all of your shots and your shield and your options. And I think that they're just flickering on and off every other frame. But it looks good and keeps them from blocking your vision. Especially in the original Game Boy palette. Cool for visibility, and those things aren't a different color than your ship. Ripple doesn't feel much different from Twin Laser. I'd say that seems like it might be a little bit weaker and it's a way less annoying sound effect. Main thing going against Twin Laser is that it is what the kids call ear rape. I'm not even going to subject you guys to it because I had to listen to it the entire length of the game last night. Look, it's the Zubrush. Again. It's like in Gradius 1 and in Gradius 2, Gradius Rebirth, many other games in the Gradius series. Alright, so this is your true big core. It's got the barriers. Got the lasers, but he's also got volcanoes on the sides of him. So it's volcano core. Pretty creative mashup of the bosses at the end of stage 1 of the original Gradius. We're also falling through the atmosphere here. Cinematic, just like in Cybernator. I even want to say it happens in stage 3, at the end of stage 3 of Cybernator, but I'm not sure if that's true. It could be stage 4 or stage 5, for all I can remember. So the background color kind of makes it look like I'm underwater, certain that's not supposed to be the case because of the trees in the background. Unless I'm misinterpreting the trees, or misinterpreting whatever that is as trees. I guess it could also just be nighttime. That's why everything looks blue. So in the original version of this game, all the capsules are the same colors, and the only way to tell apart the screen clearing ones versus the power-up ones is the difference in shape. Power-up ones have the square outline, and the screen clearing ones are just a circle. In the color version, they actually are different colors. It's just interesting that they chose to make them the inverse colors of what they normally would be. So the power-ups are blue, and the screen clears are orange. Okay, for a second I thought, wait, can my ripple get in there? Yeah. I think that's hitting. Probably. Yeah, okay. Cool. Now time to go inside. So I guess we're on stage 5 now. Little salamander reference there. Sako's warping in and attacking from all sides. Oh man, I took a hit on purpose so that I could refresh my shield, but then that enemy scrolled on the screen. Shot me with the giant cannon. I think that probably would have killed me anyway, even if I had a shield. Yeah, I definitely forgot that was coming. Not where I wanted to be at the time of that attack. But at least I died now and have to recover, because the game is pretty easy if you know miss. See, I should have seen it coming that time. No excuses. Oh no. So you have to power up missile twice, but the other weapons, right, he shoots from behind as well. The other weapons don't have 2 power levels, just missile. won't go for another missile this time. I don't think you can kill these things. Oh, actually, I probably should have taken force field. These things definitely can't be killed. Is there a reference to the spinning tiles from Xevious? Alright, this might be the final boss. So I know that this is a safe spot, but since I don't have enough speed and options to shoot at the boss while I sit up here, I have no idea what's going to happen. In a traditional Gradius, the boss would eventually time out, but I don't know if there are boss timeouts in this game. It's a Game Boy game after all. So let's just wait and see. Alright, I'm taking a big risk by setting down the controller. I'll give it like 2 or 3 minutes. See if it times out. Before I actually try fighting it. This would be a great time to read some donations. I'm feeling like this is a no. It's probably been 3 minutes by now. It would be pretty wasteful of your Game Boy battery to have a timeout that was longer than this. It'd be kind of disrespectful to the battery life. So is this synchronized? No, it's out of sync just a little bit. Oh, I could have gone there. And now we have an escape sequence with tile rush at the same time. What's this? A TLB? Okay. I wasn't sure if I could crash into that terrain, and I wasn't trying to figure out. I just, by accident. Yeah, okay. I think the blue, no. Okay. But maybe the blue was in the background and the gray was in the foreground. But it's either the opposite of that, or they're just both in the foreground. I don't have any lives left to test out. And yeah, my bullets are colliding with the gray, so I think it's safe to say that my ship would as well. Alright, is he dead? I think so. This is a TLB. He's got another phase. Oh god. I have no speed ups. Really banking on the non-normalized diagonals here. Give me that little extra speed boost that I need. Boom. Alright, so I did some research on the staff of this game. Supervisor Hiroyuki Fukui. Game designers were Fukui as well, Yasuo Daikai, and I don't know, Tomato Goto. I can't remember his first name while it's scrolling by fast. Yasuo Daikai was also character designer. And the programmers, I think, were Hiroyuki Fukui and Goto again. So none of them worked on any other Gradius games except for Hiroyuki Fukui. Also, I think supervised and programmed the first Game Boy Gradius. Fukui also programmed a bunch of MSX Konami games, including the original Metal Gear and the original Snatcher, as well as the MSX port of Twinbee and Penguin Adventure or something. Yasuo Daikai continues to work at Konami to this day. He produced a whole bunch of shit, and most importantly, he directed Hybrid Heaven, the only game he ever directed. And Tomatsu Goto, or whatever his name is, worked on a couple of one of the Japan only Goemon games, one of the Game Boy Goemon games, and then he moved on to Squaresoft, where he was the lead programmer on most of the Kingdom Hearts handheld games, like the 3DS game, the PSP game, and he was the lead programmer on Kingdom Hearts 3. So this game was programmed by the same guy as Kingdom Hearts 3 and Metal Gear, although those are two different people. This is a collaboration between the maker of Metal Gear, the director of Hybrid Heaven, and the programmer of Kingdom Hearts 3, the lead programmer. Pretty crazy crossover. And there's a loop too, so we have to keep going. But you can choose your weapons again before loop 2 starts, so let's choose different weapons. Just to be contrarian, which is unusual for me, I'll use normal missile. You never use the twin gun at all. I'm gonna take normal double just because it is a better complement for normal missile. Yeah, you know what? We'll go all type A. Normal missile, normal double, and normal laser. And presumably loop 2 is just hard mode because there is a difficulty select in the startup menu. And we were playing on normal. It has easy, normal, and hard. Oh, also, you can skip the cutscene. So, the only thing I know about hard mode or loop 2 or whichever this is from playing last night is that these falling rocks coming up will kill me here. They are just scenery in normal mode. Loop 1 can pass right through them. But yeah, I would assume that there's not any distinction between hard mode and loop 2. There are other Konami games that do that. Normal loops into hard. So yeah, now we go for the 2-all. Okay, so these snakes now fire bullets from the tail. Probably best just to get missile. Whoa. So missile, when you upgrade it twice, fires 2 at a time. Double. Like I'm getting surrounded. Probably because they don't have back missile like I'm used to. Double didn't handle the mid-boss very well. Actually, I guess that sort of is the boss of stage 1. Even though he doesn't get boss music or stop scrolling. It's a big enemy that you fight right before the beginning of stage 2. Alright, can I get a shield refresh here? There we go. It's clean. Double seems like it's probably the right weapon for this stage, so I'm gonna stick with it. I had a feeling those bees were gonna shoot. Alright, so you kill the middle face first. And after that, the top face moves down and takes its place. After making a Pokemon noise. And he's definitely shooting more bullets. He only comes out to charge you like that if you move in front of him. If you try to sit like down here out of the way, he won't come out. Which is bad, because it means it'll just continuously fire bullets. Alright, stage 3, the prison stage. Oh, nope, can't skip this cutscene. It's only the opening cutscene, I guess. It's skippable. Who would have ever thought that Fake Viper would wind up in jail? And it does take away your speed ups as well, not just your weapons. I think I'll go with lasers. No, actually, it might be better to stick with double. Due to ceiling turrets. Probably is also better to take a force field pretty early. That'd be the safe way to go, since this game doesn't have a lot of stuff. Well, it doesn't have terrain that is going to strip it off of you. And it's pretty low bullet density, naturally, so you're not taking a lot of hits. Or like, not a lot at a time, I guess. Alright, so this guy looks like he might be shooting more lightning. Yeah, definitely the lightning is coming faster. I'm surprised the boss died before that turret died. Alright. Let's get laser now so that we can see it at least. Oh, there we go. That has the horrible sound effects. I think Same one that Twin Laser has. Okay, looks like if you kill the enemies that push rocks at you, the rock slows down? Maybe, I'm not sure actually. Maybe just that one, it's a slow pusher. I'm not sure I can fit under there, so I don't want to risk it. Alright, so brush. Oh no. I gotta speed up. I was trying to take a hit and refresh my shield at the same time. But instead of taking a hit, I picked up the capsule. I don't think you can destroy those volcano rocks. And presumably this is also unskippable. Yep. I guess this isn't even a cutscene because I'm still in control. It's a cinematic sequence. Okay, so we fly down through the clouds, then it turns blue, but it didn't look like there was no layer to indicate that we were going underwater or anything. I think it's just nighttime. Alright, laser's pretty powerful. Someone wants to shoot me real quick. Thank you. Shield refresh. Might actually be a double stage. Oh, too late to switch now. Probably should have still had laser for these walker guys. It's alright, we made it. I don't know why these homing missiles are so hard to hit. Might have multiple hit points. You can individually kill the missile launchers. It's not just that you kill the top and bottom one. It's actually... Oops. I was thinking too much about killing missile launchers. Not enough about dodging missiles. Alright, that's all the power-ups I'm gonna get for recovery. Maybe it's a rank thing? Because now the homing missiles are easy to kill, and I have like 1,000,000 less bullets. Yeah, I think the boss is easier now. Didn't seem like sitting still was working when I was all powered up. It wasn't destroying the missiles so effectively. Sounds like you're describing Mayor Robo. Then Big Viper fell down into a pit. Alright, final stage. 2-5. Jesus. Okay, those guys shoot a lot more now. Too dangerous to get close to them. Alright, maybe I need double. I remembered he was coming this time. Oh, I was just delaying the missile power up. I didn't want to get another capsule yet. Alright, that was pretty scary. Easier than it looks. The hitbox is very small in this game, thankfully. Wait, this is... Yeah, couldn't remember exactly where they spawned from. Alright, once more. I'm not powered up enough to safe spot this guy. I like the little touch of your missiles rolling off of the laser. Just like sliding along it. Nice detail. Wait a minute. Can I hit him like that? If I time it just right, maybe? Still feel like I could time it better, but I'm not gonna try it forever. Oh man, the checkpoint is before the boss. If you die on the escape sequence, and I forgot there was another wave of those. No power-up capsules. This one's nice. Probably has reduced health and the rank is low. Is there any reason not to sit all the way at the front here? I think there is. I'm not ready to chance it yet. No, maybe not. Maybe you just sit at the front and center and you're perfectly safe. This is a pretty interesting game. Feels kind of like a reboot Gradius. Like, honestly, Gradius 5 is the game it's most similar to. It takes the power-up system and a decent amount of the enemy concepts and then structures the game a lot more cinematically. There's no space sections. Boom! That's a 2-all. And now we see if it loops again. Because if it does, I am not playing again. We can save state it and do a 3-all later. But I think that we can all agree that this is exactly the type of Gradius game that you would expect from the lead programmer of Kingdom Hearts. Very much feels like an early attempt at doing the Kingdom Hearts thing. Yep, we're G&G's left and right here. 2-alled 2 Gradiuses. That's a 2-2-all today. 2-all of Salamander 3 and 2-all of Gradius the Interstellar Assault. And we have a score. You don't even see that during the game. You don't even see it in between stages because there's no end stage screen or anything. It's just a seamless transition.